Hello again. I'm Henry T. Wow, what a day. God has blessed Henry T with another day. He's blessed you with another day. Here we are together. Wow, it's going to be 60 degrees plus outside today. Man, I feel good. And I recall the things I've done over my career, and I realized, man, that window is still open. Now I'm getting ambitious. I talked myself into that. Wow, the window's still open. What do I do with it? Well, I tell you what, I've never been more ambitious in my life than I am today. And I watch Rudy, I watch Rocky movies, I watch Hoosiers 3 times a week. Just watch my All American. Bring on the movies because they fire me up. They're real. They have a great story, and I love watching them. And there's others I watch all of the time, and I'm like ready. Shadow boxing when I'm standing still. Ooh, the feeling is all over me. And I look back on all the exciting things I've done, and I tell you what, I have been blessed with all those activities. And I think of the high school hoops I've done, million games, maybe more. Exaggerating, no way. I've done a lot of games, but I'm about to do more. I made a decision last night in my sleep. I want to do more games. And I've got that game plan out. So from you, Robert Portnoy, and I'm you, whoever's doing play-by-play, I'm coming after your job. Just kidding. Not your job, but a job. But maybe, don't get too loose. It might be your job. Because in this market, there's only one job. In bigger markets like Philadelphia, there's 20 jobs. But in Albuquerque, you got to be good. You got to be fighting for it. And I'm going to fight for it again because I feel it. I feel it in my bones. I feel it in my heart. Here I come again. And one of my favorite athletes, New Mexico athletes of all time, is Harvey Hale. Rio Grande High School's Harvey Hale. Man, smooth, quick as an alley cat, can leap tall buildings. Man, he could fly up that floor. And man, what a player. Tough. Toughness was Harvey's middle name. He could shoot with both hands. Oh, could he dunk? Played for Ron Garcia out there at Rio Grande High School, where he drew packed gyms every night he played. He and his Ravens, and they went to the state tournament. Ooh, what a team. What a coach. Ron Garcia. And today we're going to do a little encore, rerun, if you will. And you're going to revisit with Harvey Hale. Are you aware he went to Wake Forest on a scholarship, full scholarship, and he took the place at point guard for the famous Chris Paul. Chris Paul, the point guard for the Phoenix Suns, that Chris Paul. Our Harvey Hale took his place at Wake Forest. Now let's revisit with the great Harvey Hale, right here on the Henry T. Show. 3, 2, 1. Here's Harvey Hale. Jimmy Tran too. Harvey, Wake Forest. No, let's talk about Ron Garcia and the troops down at Rio first. The experience and a little preface, if you don't mind, on how you got to Rio Grande High School.
Well, before the show, I kind of gave you a little rundown, but my mom actually, she has a brother, and he was a pastor. He had built his own church in Amarillo, Texas. A lot of people don't know my dad actually went to West Texas State, leaving Shasta College as a junior college player. My mom was actually a volleyball player and a track runner, and she met my dad in college in Canyon, Texas, outside of Amarillo. My mom was born in Amarillo. Dad was born in Detroit, Michigan. He met my mother in college, and she got saved. They call it. She ended up getting saved, and my dad said, "What is saved?" And she said, "Well, I gave my life to God." And he says, "Well, I go to church with you." She said, "No, I completely gave my life to God. I don't do this anymore. I don't go out anymore. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't want to do anything. I just want to go to church and live for God. I'm attracted to men of God now." So that's what she told my father. He ended up quitting basketball. He ended up leaving his junior year, dropped out, and followed God. He's been a pastor for the last, I say, 5 years now at his own church in Converse, Texas. It's a church called Found and Praise. They've been married for 38 years now. He's been chasing God ever since. But that's their story. But my mom, her brother, started a church in Albuquerque from Amarillo. We moved from there and ended up going to a church called God's House Church. After that, he ended up moving. But I met a guy by the name of Ron Garcia when I got held back as an 8th grader. A lot of people were tripping out. He seen me when I was trying to work out with Kenny Thomas. I was with my dad. My dad used to play with guys around the city. So we played with Kenny Thomas that day. Garcia sees me. That next year I was a freshman at Rio Grande, and I was playing varsity. That's what I remember. I was living off of Wyoming, Paseo. We moved to the district. A lot of people gave me a lot of hypocrisy and a lot of grief about getting held back by the time I was a sophomore, junior. That's the story. I ended up getting seen from a guy by the name of Rodney Belcher. He was he knew my father, but he knew a guy by the name of Tony Benford, a guy, if you guys don't remember, but Tony Benford, coach.
Connecting.
Yeah, I'm showing you connecting the dots. But Dave Bliss knew Tony Benford. I played AAU ball with Dave Bliss's son when I was playing with a guy by the name of Henry Saavedra. It's just connected. Tony Benford knew Coach Belcher. Look out for Hale. I ended up playing with a team by the name of Blue Chips, and they started blessing me. Regardless, I don't know what happened. I just remember that I tried out for a team, mentioned I'm starting, and I'm the shooter, and I go to a tournament in Houston. Dude sees me for the first time. Heaven is my witness. Garcia will tell you. Wojciechowski call us after that weekend, and then on out, after my sophomore year, I was getting highly recruited. They called me after my sophomore year and offered me. I told my dad, I'm not ready to be a Blue Devil. This is the God honest truth. Duke Blue Devils was the first school to offer me. My dad's best friend by the name of Tony Benford was at Arizona State, who actually recruited Serge Anguno. But that's how I got to Rio. That's the story of Harvey Hale. My sophomore year, I got highly recruited, ended up choosing Wake Forest. Did a lot of great things at Wake Forest in the South Valley. I'm just glad to be a part of it. And like I said, I'm here for you. Here for you whenever you need me. It was some things that I would have loved to be. I was also able to play overseas in Finland. I was able to train in the Philippines, Israel. I played in the ABA for a little bit. Now I'm just trying to be a coach. I guess I just run it out all the way down, huh, Jim? I just went to work. But
well, I'll tell you what. I want you to outline what it was like trying to fill the shoes of Chris Paul at Wake Forest. What was that like?
It was very hard. I think that's what me and my family talked about. Even Coach Garcia, is this something that you're prepared for? This guy's about to be a top 5 pick. Is this something that you're ready for? Is this something that the shoes that you want to fill? And I told my family, this is something I'm ready for. I felt like Wake Forest is a great fit for me when I knew that I wasn't going to be a Lobo. I felt that I had a 3.9 GPA. Wake Forest is top 10 academic school in the country. If I didn't go to the NBA, now I'm a teacher. So I'm a teacher at Rio Grande, special ed, 9th grade English. So that's how I was looking at it. If I didn't go to the NBA, I would have a great future in something else. So, but it was very hard. The coaches pushed me. I didn't expect myself to start even when he went to the NBA because the talent was so good. But God blessed me to even start that year as a freshman.
Wow. What a story.
Yes, sir.
All right, now just get into the fire now.
Uh-huh.
I mean, playing in the ACC, Wake Forest. Where were you ranked in the country again
Where Wake Forest?
at that time?
My senior year, we're the number 1 team in the nation. But when I was getting recruited, they're the top 10. They had Chris
Number
Paul.
1 in the nation.
The only team to do it. The only team to do it.
What does that feel like? What kind of heat, pressure, responsibility, bringing the ball up the floor for the number 1 team in the country? Your Harvey Hale has got the ball, feeding right and left, dribbling, hitting the three. Now, there was one game you hit 5 threes.
Yes, sir.
Is that still a record?
It's still the record in the
Forest?
ACC. It's a record in the ACC.
In the whole ACC?
Yes, sir. It's a record.
With all those great players.
Yes, sir. It's a record in the ACC. Actually, Coach Brown was there to watch that game. We talked about it before the show.
Greg Brown, Albuquerque High's new leader.
Yeah,
This
he
is
was
all
there.
too much fun.
It was a great time. And you said dribbling the ball. When I was at Wake Forest, I was mostly the dribbler, the guy off the dribble. But I played with great guards by the name of Ishmael Smith, Jeff Teague. I don't know if you guys remember those guys, but I played with those guys. That's how I became all-time, 8th all-time in threes in Wake Forest history.
Now, way before all that, your mom and dad did some
Yes, sir.
brilliant parental work on you.
Yes, sir.
You were on the straight and narrow before they invented the phrase straight and narrow.
Yes, sir.
You know?
Yes, sir.
Tough love.
Yes, sir.
A lot of love.
Yes, sir.
And guidance.
A lot of guidance, especially in the church. A lot of my friends, even in the city in Albuquerque, they'll tell you, I couldn't really do nothing. You know, they're very strict. I was preaching at 12 and 13 at our church for the children's church. I couldn't really do nothing. I don't know if that did hurt me. I told them that when I went to Wake Forest, curiosity killed the cat. You know, so I went to Wake Forest not doing anything. I was a focused kid, grew up in the church, and wanted to do everything that my dad wanted me to do. So,
Look at the sign. One of your fans, Fred Montes, used to love you playing at Rio Grande High School.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And there are all kinds of callers calling
Okay,
in
okay.
right now.
Yeah, they can ask
See,
me
all
anything.
that love.
Yes, sir.
Well, they can't ask you right now. Well, I guess we could put it on the screen.
Yeah.
But look at all the fans you've garnered
And-
and
and-
earned over the years.
And that's what hurts. I grew up in the South Valley. I had friends that always used to tell me, man, I would wish you would have played for the Lobos. Man, I wish you would have played for the Lobos. But it was just a very hard decision at that time. That's all I can say. I love the South Valley. I love New Mexico. I love the Lobos. I would love to play for those people. But it was just a hard time at that, a hard decision at that time to make. But I love these people from Albuquerque. Like as you see, like I said, I'll be the coach at Rio Grande. You can let Fred Montes know I'll be the new JV head basketball coach.
Do you aspire to be the head coach?
Yes, we're inspiring because I don't know if you guys know the name by the name of Pete Pino.
Yeah.
He's been there for almost 30 years. He called me as well. They want the coach Amandades, Coach Mario. They want him to step in as athletic director. So maybe in the future I'll be the next head coach. Yes,
Is
sir.
that remarkable?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Wow. Man.
But
When you think about how your career has been paved, and you're moving up every time, what a blessing would that be for you to be the Ravens head coach?
it would be a great blessing. It's something that I've always wanted to do is be a coach. When you play basketball, you find yourself to give back after you're playing. So that's what I see myself doing already. I'm a basketball trainer. I'm training kids outside of the court right now. I'm over here training off Sequoia and Coors. So if any kids want to train, I've put it on my social media. So I've already been a coach. I've been a coach. I was helping my guys overseas learn how to shoot. That's what you do when you're a teammate. You're coaching teammates. You know. So I've been a coach my whole life. I tried to be a leader, not only a leader in my classroom, leader on the court, leader in the community. So I try to do the best that I can to step in to be a coach as best as I can.
Well, you know the deal you and I made to do this show today. You could be on the Henry T show if you get me Tony Benford on this show next Monday or Tuesday. I mean, the deal is sealed. Tony Benford's coming your way because his young brother, Harvey Hale, is going to influence to call Henry T today.
I can do that for you. I can call him. I can definitely tell my dad. I wish I would have told my dad I had this show on today. I've just been so busy with school.
Man, they'd be watching. If you'd have told them, they would have you dialed in on the Henry T show right now.
Yeah, they would have been watching it probably. But man,
Yeah.
those guys, he's a pastor, coaches at
Hello.
CCU. You know, those guys are busy.
Hello, Dr. Hale, man. And Mama, too.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, I used to come to the bench before your games that I was broadcasting for you and pray for me before I started one word. And therefore, I could have a sparkling, exciting broadcast and be all over your game because it was Harvey from 30 feet away. Look out.
I just can't believe the games that we had. It's just incredible talent by the names of, I just think of names, Jude Roybal, Josh Jenkins, Timmy Crowell, Darren Prentice, Casey Cunningham, Alan Branch. Alan Branch played for the Patriots. It was just a lot of names. Cleveland Fowles played with me. Alex White. Alex White played for Drake. Roman Andrade. Just names like that. You know, he played in Mexico for a long time. And those are guys from Albuquerque and great guards. You know, you're talking about those.
Great memory, Harvey.
Yeah,
those are all stars.
Yeah, so, and what's crazy is you don't know we all played on the same AAU team when we were growing up.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's the real story. We actually hang out or, you know, we'll see each other at the bar and be like, man, remember we're in 6th, 7th grade playing with the New Mexico flight and we never lost. And
At the Hydro Bar you're talking about.
Yes, sir.
We're at the Hydro Bar, ladies and gentlemen. Man, the most delicious water you have ever experienced. And Harvey was talking about the Hydro Bar, of course. And Harvey, what a thrill. I can't believe you're sitting there.
Yeah, man. I'm just so glad to be here. Like I said, this is my city. And I love you guys, like I say. And if you need me to talk any day, we can talk about basketball all day. Like I said, you're my
help me with a compliment. Did you ever hear Henry T do a broadcast? Like, did you have one on tape? And go home and listen to the replay of Henry T doing Harvey Hale?
I just remember when you're at that game at Valley, and I hit that shot, and I caught it, and I shot the three and hit it at half court, and you're like, Harvey Hale! Hale hits it at the buzzer! Hale did it again! And I just remember, you know, but it was a lot of fun. Like I say, you got excited. You're my Dip Vitale. Like I say, you have the passion for the game. You've been around forever. How many years have you been here?
Let's see, 130, I think.
All right. Well, I thought it was about at least 20, 25.
Well, thank you, man.
Has it been that long or?
Since you and I broadcast
No,
again? Oh, no.
Total.
Oh,
I'm talking about total. Total
You're
years.
being kind. I don't only need one guest next week.
Does anybody want to come in and tell me how many years Coach has done this show?
See, he's a comedian, too. Harvey, you played your heart out for the people down in the South Valley and for Ron Garcia. Loved you guys together. Plus, Serge Anguno and his buddy, they both came from, where was it, somewhere around New York?
Cameroon, Africa.
Oh,
They came from Cameroon.
Yeah.
They came from Cameroon. They were already there before I got there.
Yeah.
But they're terrific guys. Those guys were actually really smart.
Well, they could play, huh?
They could play, but they're also bilingual. I want to be bilingual to this day. But so a lot of people in the South Valley not only loved them on the court, but they could actually talk to them.
How good were they? Tell me.
I mean, Serge could score the ball. You know, he was a phenomenal athlete, could defend, And that's what I loved about Giovanni Alomo. He was a defender. He didn't like guys dunking on him. He fouled him hard. You know, if he tried to do a weak layup, he was going to block it. Serge was a phenomenal scorer. And as you see it, Giovanni played at Binghamton, and Serge played at Arizona State. So
now, at the state tournament, Rio was supposed to win it all, but they got upset. Do you recall that?
Yeah, I was at the pit 3 years out of the 4. My freshman year, like I said, we lost to Chris Dunn before the show.
Hobbs did it again in the pit.
Chris Dunn.
Another big upset.
I think it named more than schools. Like I said, it was Hobbs. And then I remember the name of Daniel Ferris, my junior and senior year, who we couldn't beat. It was very tough to beat them. He was just phenomenal in the post. He could shoot it with the left hand, with the hook. That's what killed us. I mean, down the stretch, he would hit the left-hand hook 4 out of 5 times. He didn't miss free throws. How many big men, never was shooting 85% from the free throw line. I mean, so it was really tough.
He did well at UNM.
You said what, sir?
Ferris did very well at UNM.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go into the ACC, and I want you to recall a game, and I want you to be the broadcaster or just remember the moments of a big ACC game against North Carolina State, whoever, Duke. I mean, give me a game that always creeps up in your mind, and you were there, and you're driving down the freeway, and then you have a brain thrust of the good old days. Take us to that game in the ACC where you will never forget the great highlights that you performed on that night.
Well, I would say probably against North Carolina. We were pushing to be really good that year. I don't know if you guys remember the team of BYU. We went to actually BYU to beat their 51-game home winning streak. I think we're about 7-0 at this time, and we go to BYU, beat them. We come right back home, and we have to start the ACC with North Carolina. And North Carolina at this time were the number 4 team in the country. I think we're the number 11. Well, not number 11, number 9. But we had just beat BYU, so I think we're going to go up. And we had to beat North Carolina because we want to be number 1. So we ended up beating North Carolina that game. That's when I knew that I fulfilled my role as a 6th man. I had actually started, but we had great guards by the name of Ishmael Smith, Jeff Teague.
He's still in the NBA.
He played in there 14 years. He's still there. He's playing with the Washington Wizards right now, playing for Scott Brooks. But Jeff Teague is also still there. He's playing with the, I think it's the Timberwolves, but I don't know if they traded him. But I played with great guards, and I came off the bench. We needed someone to hit some threes. I remember Coach Roy Williams going zone, and it just was
man, that's up your alley.
Yeah, so he goes zone. The coach is like, put hell in. We'll get him out of the zone. Ishmael, Jeff found me a couple threes in the first half, and we went up in the first half. I had some out-of-bounds threes as well.
You shot the ball from out of bounds?
Well, it was an out-of-bounds play. They called it 42 flare. It was my play, and it was a zone where you come and screen the outside guy. I came around and hit it. Right before the half, I also hit I think 2 in the second half as well. I think I hit 4 threes that game. That really uplifted our team.
Playing at the Dean Dome?
It's amazing. I just remember we got beat pretty bad, so I don't like to think about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and Michael Jordan was there that day.
Wow.
We got beat about 30 that day, I think.
So what are those big moments done for you? They get you because you're so confident. I love your confident personality. You believe now when you put your mind to something, you can do it. That's been your whole life.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Focus and work hard, and there you are, right where you dreamed you would be. That's pretty awesome.
Well, I didn't imagine myself playing the ACC. I used to tell Garcia all the time, Coach, can you believe I'm actually playing for the Wake Forest Demon Deacons? And he's like, Harvey, you put a lot of work in. And I remember I did, and I want to be good. I want to represent the state. like I say, it was just really tough. The ACC was not an easy conference, and I just learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about myself that I wasn't as athletic as guys. I mean, these guys were jumping out of the gym, and I wasn't
Greatest
jumping
player.
like that.
Greatest player you ever played against?
Greatest player, I would have to say Chris Paul. He would come in the summers to play us and go to work on us. So I would have to say Chris Paul. Yes, sir.
What was it about Chris Paul
This
that was
is
so outstanding?
his IQ for the game. He was always communicating. He's a phenomenal leader. I think that's the number one thing I love about him. He's just a great leader. I love people that are leaders, that are not afraid to be in the moment, not afraid to shoot it, not afraid to tell someone you need to pick it up, or not afraid to tell someone he's scoring on you. So his leadership is what drives him, and he's a phenomenal shooter.
Every team he goes to, he lights it up.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that Chris Paul is actually one of the best shooters you'll ever see.
I wish he could have made a deal with James Harden and said, let me have half the floor. Let me have the ball half of the time. Chris had to get out of there. He never got the opportunity to shoot. And I think that's really the problem with Houston. Harden shoots too much. What do you think? Come on, give me an opinion.
It's the new age of the century where guys, we have great guards. So I think that he doesn't try to do that. I think it's just so easy for him. That's how I look at James Harden's game. I think that the game is so easy for him. I don't call him a ball hog or someone that's just so easy because it's a guard's game. He doesn't have anybody to.
Wide open Chris is right over here. And he's standing there watching James Harden shoot.
But he knows that Chris is a legit point guard, or I say true point guard. Chris doesn't care if he shoots the ball. Chris doesn't care because James will score it. So I get where the NBA is going.
I know he's a team player, but he'd like to shoot the ball occasionally.
Well,
that's my hit on Harden.
Well, I understand what you're saying, but Paul, he don't mind passing to James Harden. Is what I'm saying. He's a true point guard, and he knows James Harden is probably the greatest scorer we're ever gonna see. So he'll pass it to him. Now, if it was somebody on the other side, then yeah, give me the ball, dude. But he's playing with James Harden, so I don't know. It's kind of harder.
How about your future? What do you see?
I see me getting to the next level. Hopefully, building my experience to be a coach, NCAA Division I head coach. That's where I see myself. I'm a teacher right now, but hopefully, I see myself doing high school about 5 years and then going to the next level.
You want to be a college coach?
Yes, sir.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yes, sir.
It won't surprise me if you get there.
Thank you, sir.
Because of the intellect, your ability to communicate.
Thank you, sir.
You're inspiring to talk to.
Thank
Can you imagine? You got a whole 15 young players in front of you, and they're leaning on you for leadership. Can you imagine what that would be like? Tell me.
Well, it's something I've been doing my whole career as a basketball player. When I was at Rio Grande, I was a 3-time team captain. When I was at Wake Forest, I was a 2-time team captain. So I've always been a leader not only in the locker room but on the court. So now that I have the number one voice, I feel like I can change the program.
Wow. Now your coach who recruited you to go to Wake Forest, sad to say to everybody, he went to heaven your second year there.
Yes, sir. It was very sad. It was actually a month after my best game I ever had at Wake Forest. And I really...
Give me his name.
His name was Skip Prosser.
Prosser. Wow.
Skip Prosser. Skip Prosser.
Great history there.
Yeah, Skip Prosser
was a good guy.
Great guy, great competitor, guru of plays. I mean, we had counter plays for everything. I mean, I just love to coach for him.
Genius.
Yeah, I love to play for him, and I miss him. I'll never forget one of his quotes. He says, if your game is illegal, you have no game. And I tell kids, even when I become a coach, I'll tell you this story. I don't know if you want to listen, but it was a game. It was I say it was about 2 weeks after I had just had the big tournament. I mean the big game, and he's like, Harvey, so I see, man, you have the big game against Georgia Tech. You know, I'm in the gym shooting. You know, he's in there running his lap outside the gym and doing whatever he does. And Harvey, I see that you're shooting in here, man, and you want to be good. I said, yeah, Coach, I want to be good. He says, I was hoping you told me you wanted to be great. He says, Chris Paul told me he wanted to be great. That kid, Jeff Teague, he tells me he wanted to be great. So it's not time not to just want to be good. It's time not to want to be great. So it changed my mindset ever since then. So I want to be great in everything I do. I want to be a great teacher. I want to be a great coach. You know, I want to be a great player when I was playing. You know, so it's not just time to want to be good. So I think when I was out here, I was wanted to just be good. But I met some people at Wake Forest. Everybody wanted to be great. Everybody wanted to go to, you know, they wanted to just be greater. So it was something that made me push myself just to hear that story. And I tell people that story all the time, just that word, good and great.
You had a big man at Wake Forest. I forgot his name. Give me his name.
Eric Williams, Kyle Visser.
Oh, they're
I
all
played with James Johnson that plays in the NBA.
Amen.
He's actually in the NBA. He's playing with the Minnesota Timberwolves.
So when you fed them the ball, what was the result?
A slam dunk.
You play a real high-level college basketball game in the ACC.
Yes, sir.
Is that fair to say?
It's very fair to say. Like you said before the show, you said we got Miami. After you play Miami, you got Duke. After you play Duke, you got Georgia Tech. After you play Georgia Tech, you got Florida State. After you play Florida State, you got North Carolina. After you play North Carolina, you got North Carolina State. You just have Virginia, people always forget. I don't know, I always forget about Virginia. But Virginia won the ACC twice when I was there. So, and they're still winning the ACC.
At the end of at the beginning of your career, did you have a season against Jim Valvano?
No, sir. That was way before my time.
That was way before. Who am I connecting here? But I'll tell you, was his inspiration still around
yes,
the
sir.
league?
Yes, sir. They love Jim Valvano at NC State. The Wolfpack is what I think about. But also think about when he was here at the pit. When they when they beat the Fly Slamma Jamma?
Yeah.
And in the pit. And that's a very contrast between NC State and Jim Valvano. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and I always wanted to play in the pit, but I couldn't win in the pit, it sounded like. So I lost in the pit 3 times out of 4 years.
What's in that bottle there you're drinking there? Huh?
This is my Mamba drink. This is the Kobe drink is called Body Armor. Body Armor, and
you're
Kobe
in good
started
shape.
this drink.
What are you doing? Still running, pumping?
Run a lot. Go to the park to go run. Go to the park to go shoot. Really, since COVID-19, I go to the park a lot.
Why didn't you get a shot? I mean, a real great look, opportunity, get the uniform on and play in the NBA. Tell me.
Coach, like I told you before the show, it was like curiosity killed a cat. I was this church kid that never seen a party, you know, and I want to party a little bit. It was almost like after my senior year, it was like the life hit me, the world hit me, you know, and that's what happened. And I kind of lost my focus a little bit. I didn't think that the coaches were supporting me like I thought they should have. I didn't think a lot of agents, because I didn't play that many minutes my senior year. We're the #1 team in the nation, but I was around about 18 minutes. So my minutes went down a little bit because we had great guards, like I said, but I was still like someone you gotta respect on the court. And that's why I say it was almost an NBA team. It was almost like everybody respected me in the ACC, but I just didn't get that many minutes. So I didn't feel like my coaches pushed me a lot. They forgot about me. They're more push Ish and Jeff, and they're pushing guys trying to go to the league at that year because James and Jeff left that year. So I think they forgot about me because I wasn't starting.
You didn't have Coach Prosser to guide you anymore.
Well,
That
exactly.
that makes a difference, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it makes a difference. And then, like I say, they didn't recruit me. Prosser came to the South Valley, and recruited me. And then you got two guys that's going to the NBA, Jeff and James. So, and then you got the Harvey Hale Sr., that was starting, who Jeff took his position. So they could have pushed me a little more, but now they look at it like, wow, Harvey's a phenomenal shooter. So he probably could have played in the NBA. So I guess it was just at the time.
How tough is it to get to the NBA?
It's not as tough as people think. If you put in the work, I think that a lot of people focus on shooting ability and ball handling and things like that. I think if guys focus on working on their body more at an early age, I think you'll be able to get to the NBA. Wow. Because guys, when I went to college, they're already like jumping out the gym and chisel, and these guys can barely shoot the ball.
How good are you right now?
I'm still good.
You can still shoot?
I can still shoot it. I can still probably have a chance to go to the NBA. But I'm 34, and I'm not going to do that. I have a new career. And I'm sure there's a lot of other coaches that feel like that. My body's not as it used to be, but I can still shoot the ball. I can play in the men's league. I probably average 25, 30 in the men's league right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you're qualified. No, it's good.
Yeah.
Because Henry T's got some brand new sneakers.
Okay.
I just bought a brand new ball.
Okay.
Online. Beautiful. NBA ball. They're mine. You pick the court. 1-on-1, 20 baskets, okay? You against Henry T. You can't post me up. We just got to play in the perimeter.
Okay, so you cannot shoot me.
From the outside.
From the three.
Play horse.
From the three.
From the three.
Okay, I'll take you to that bet.
Oh no, you don't like better 1-on-1.
No, we ain't gonna do that. I'm just gonna shoot you.
What if I want to play 1-on-1?
Play a horse.
I want to go 1-on-1.
No,
wait a second now. I can play the game.
Nah. Did you play at Midtown?
Look, you're like 6 inches taller than me, whatever. I don't know. But Henry T can play. They know.
Did you play at Midtown?
Man, I play Midtown. I play Hightown, Lowtown, downtown, whatever town. There's only one problem, Harvey, when we play. There's only one problem when we play.
What is it, sir?
What hand do I tie behind my back?
You gonna tie your right hand behind your back?
Okay, I'll play you one hand with my right hand.
Cause I want to win.
So you don't know what you're dealing with.
I'll let you play with your left hand the whole time, and I can win. Steal the ball from you.
You don't care who you're playing. You just want to win, right?
Yo.
He wants to humiliate Henry T just to get another W.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You got a great personality.
Thank you, sir.
And you planning a family or any of the highlights there?
Like my dad said, you pray for me. I'm praying for a wife one day, and I'm single with no kids, and we'll see how it goes.
There might be a Mrs. Hale, future Mrs. Harvey Hale, watching this show right now.
Well, I'm hoping. All these women today, they want us to be stable and everything. So I just got my career. I'm a teacher. I got my own place, my car. I got everything I need, so I guess I can find her.
Harvey.
But they hard today.
Well, that's good. They all want you to be stable. Look at the list of viewers we've got.
Wow.
We got like 1,000 right now, but Jimmy can't type that much.
Okay.
Look at all those friends of Harvey Hale.
Wow.
Eduardo Gutierrez, Kevin Goin, Fred Montez, Trisha Grego, Patrick, is it Flimmer? Firmer. Rudy Chavez, attorney Rudy Chavez, watching right now. By the way, I got to get Rudy on the show. Scott Cregan's watching. Man, lately he's been doing all those sophisticated masks, and he does all that sporting gear like you on today. And he's big time. He's a big time gear man. Kathy Martinez, JJ Montoya, Ty Cooper's watching. One of the greatest singers in the world is watching you right now, Harvey.
Really?
How does that feel? Just sing your song, man.
I want to hear her sing. And it's
What's your favorite song?
Right now, it's called Close by
Close?
LMA.
LMA? All right. Ty Cooper can sing that song for
Okay.
you.
All right.
Are you with it?
I'm with it.
Okay. Zachary
It's an honor.
Sanchez Otero, Dennis Kearns, Jack Hoskins, Randall Floyd, and I can't read the bottom one there. Let's see. Joanne Mascareñas, Fred Grego, Juan Martinez, Tom Kinnerly, Michael Jerome Scarlett. He's a former Lobo football star. You might know Scarlett. That guy could fly. Oh, man, what a football star at UNM and at Sandia High. He might have been around when you were around. John Douglas, Dave Christie. See, and the list goes on. That list's going to go forever, Harvey. And they're watching you today, man.
Thank you, sir.
I mean, you still have it. You can go outside the door right now, and if I would promo come down and get his autograph, there would be a line there for Harvey Hale.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Isn't that nice? Wilton Rogers. Woo! Big time name. Great to see you, Harvey. Read that.
Wilton Rogers, great to see you, Harvey. I remember you hanging out at our house with my niece, Nicole. Been following you and proud to see all your accomplishments. Oh, okay. All right. I appreciate you, Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers, you call him. Huh? They
Yes,
made
sir.
a movie about him the other day.
Really? Okay.
Matt Pribble, the great coach at St. Michael's High School. Donald Sears Jr., Pat Gonzalez. People out there still bringing the love for you, Harvey. We better not say too many. And Julie comes in. Julie's going to do a commercial live at the end of this show.
Okay.
Huh? Thank
Julie,
you,
you gonna come
Julie.
in live?
Yeah. Don't forget, Julie's going to do the commercial after the show, Julie. Okay. See, we're just live TV. And you're home in Albuquerque. You got a teaching job at Rio Grande High School.
Yes, sir.
And you visited with the Garcia family, I'm sure.
Yes, sir.
And they love you.
No, I haven't seen Coach Garcia. I told my dad I don't want to see Garcia until I get everything in order. Coach, I'm the new coach. I got all my papers. I look at him like my father. He's my father figure out here now.
Wow. How
My
about
dad-
Greg Brown getting the new job at Albuquerque High?
Man, it's great for the program. It's great for the program. I'm happy for him and his family. I'm happy for his son to learn from his father. His father was a great man out here, not only for the Lobos, but for the community. He was a coach at West Mesa. He did a lot of things even for the Avenida Cesar Chavez community. They don't even know about that. So it's just going to be great for the Albuquerque High school, basically, not even just the school. I mean, the basketball program, the school.
Born in the neighborhood, becomes a star player
sir.
there, and just a few years later, he's the head dog. Greg Brown. Did you ever go one-on-one against Greg?
Yes, I did.
What was that like?
He's a strong, low-to-the-ground guard, but he was older at that time. I wouldn't want to guard him when he was playing for the Lobos.
Yeah. What made him so good? Because he could shoot
His quickness.
from anywhere. Yeah.
And he could score at his size. I mean, I think that's what made him so good. At his size, he was scoring like AI, like an Allen Iverson. To score it at that size against guys 6'10", 6'8", and he's only about 5'11", and he's dropping 25, 30. So.
Kids that want to be great, like you use the word great.
Yeah.
They're watching you right now.
Yes, sir.
They're at home because the COVID keeps them at home. There's your camera. Tell them how to be great, Harvey.
In order to be great, I'll just tell you how my dad told me. Keep God first in this order, and you can be great. Keep God first, your family second. What are you saying, Coach? Family is your father, your mother. If you don't have your father, your mother. If you don't have your mother, your father. If you have both. If you have siblings, uncles, moms, aunties, uncles, cousins, friends, keep those people second. Support those people, love those people, pray for those people. The next thing I would say, keep your education third. That's what I would say. A lot of people just focus on sports, but I would say God, family, and education. And after that, all those three, I think that God will take care of the rest. And I didn't even focus on basketball. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So that's how you be great. I didn't focus on basketball. I focused on those three things, and God took care of the rest. If I could change one more thing, what my dad say is fourth is hard work. That's what's going to separate you. Hard work, and that's how you be great.
That's awesome.
I appreciate it.
Miguel Pino, Rick Clark, former Bulldog star, Trisha Grego, Ismael.
What's going on? What's going on, Ish? How you doing, Mr. Lawyer?
See,
I remember my guy Ish, phenomenal shooter, played for the Valley Vikings. Now he's doing his training.
Valley too.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Ish? Oh man.
Yeah, now he's training people. So, hi, Coach Sarah. Only. How are you? Sarah Sue, her brother, played for the Lobos. She's a good friend of mine. Real good people. So, I see some names coming on that I've seen.
Rogers.
I don't know the other names.
Carol Barley, man.
And I will say, to piggyback on Olney, I talked to Tony Benford. Remember Coach Benford? He said that was the best player he's almost ever coached in his life. He told my dad with his own ears, the best player I've ever coached is Royce
What
Only.
a compliment.
Royce Only is the best player he's ever coached.
Royce, he was a bad brother, wasn't he?
He was bad, man.
Man.
I'm like Royce.
Man,
He had
was
some big
diving
shots for the
in
Lobos
stands.
against Arizona, Utah, especially those Utah games.
He would step across half court and feel confident that he could nail it. Am I right? Yep. He was real deal. Carol Barley, good morning to you. Connie Mora Fernandez, Richard Pereira, Angela Chavez. Man, we got homecoming queens calling in today.
Wow. Okay.
Is that right?
That's pretty nice.
Man, we get the fans and the homecoming queens.
He's over here working, boy.
Luis, see, Jimmy has to type all day to get all the people on. I mean, really, this is a very popular show. Glory to God. Because I just arrive and he tells me, to call Harvey, he's ready. You come in, light up the audience. I just sit here. And I love my work. And like I told you before, together we'll get in union here.
Okay.
Our greatest days are in front of us.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
And man, I feel that every day. Because you bring it out of me today. I was so nervous, came in here, man. I was stumbling and stammering, tripping out of my car. Harvey's going to be here. Oh, man. And then we're going to have Greg Brown. So I was double pressure. But Greg's going to be on later in the week. But I mean it. I mean, we joke around. But I'm really honored and blessed that you said no. You said yes to Henry T today. Monica Madrid, Brian Burdock, Lorraine Sanchez, Albert Sanchez. The whole Sanchez family is watching. Well, there he goes the wrong way. Jason Alexander, loves always, brother Jason Harden. You know the Jason?
No, sir.
Jason? He loves you, man. Brian Burdock, Lorraine Sanchez, Alfred Sanchez.
Alfred Sanchez. Does that say Alfred Sanchez? Is that my principal? I think if that's my principal, I think that's Mr. Sanchez. His son played for Valley Vikings. Remember him?
Fulgi, yeah, that's all connected family there. You're right. You're right.
I think that's him. Because he loves his son.
Jim Tillery from out there in Edgewood. Ellis Martin. Minerva Velasquez. Charles, what is that, Ageson? How do you pronounce that, Harvey? You're closer.
Where? Which one? Oh, that's Adjuzim.
Wow.
Adjuzim.
Paul Iannone, who was a great player in Valley.
He was?
He says he took you to the hoop. See what it says there? No big deal. Harvey Hale, he's on my file list here. The guys I tore up. Paul was a great player at Valley. Ellis Martin, Daniel what? Daniel A.
Daniel
Cano.
Yes, sir.
These are guys that played the game.
Yeah.
And you got their undivided attention today on Henry T. GameFace Live. We're at the Hydro Bar. We got Julie coming in, Mrs. Tim Baca, the owners of the event here. It's almost time to say bye. What do you want to say to your audience? There's your camera right there.
Everyone, I just appreciate your prayers, not only throughout my career, but your support, pushing me, not only liking my pictures on Instagram, social media, just always being there for me, even the decisions that you probably didn't like, but you guys supported me. I'm here in the city back. I thank you for all the things that you've told other people to support me. A lot of the people in the city knew that I was looking for a coaching job, so you were asking people, looking around. So I really appreciate stuff like that. I appreciate stuff like that. So and that shows me that you truly love me in this city, and I thank you. And I will be the new junior varsity boys basketball coach at Rio Grande, and also the special ed 9th grade English teacher starting on next week.
Wow.
So you guys will see me at Rio. If you want to come holler at me at the school, I'll be at my alma mater. So holler at me.
Well, move over. You're behind the microphone, so you're right. Move over this way to talk to the mic so they can get the good looking Harvey Hale. Don't be hiding behind that mic. Randy, Becky Calhoun, Randall Lawson's watching. Steve Lucero. See, Jimmy, man, he's going to be on the Call of Duty. If he would type all the names, he would pass out because there's over 1,000 people watching this show. Harvey, you helped me grow the show today. Thank you.
You're welcome,
A lot of people are joining, watching you. They saw your promo, and we've been friends forever.
Yes,
Those
sir.
are great days when I was going crazy on the sideline there trying to broadcast your games.
Yes, sir.
It was almost impossible because, you know, I have to describe everything I see on the floor. You were so good. You were indescribable.
Thank you, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And all those games of Harvey Hale were memories that'll live forever in me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Foy. I appreciate you, and continue to pray for me and my success.
Amen. Say hi to Mom and Dad.
I will.
Good luck at
Thank you.
teaching these youngsters. And we got to say bye. What do you want to say in closing to your audience? Again.
Support me this year. We have some tough teams this year. We know Chisco Heritage have won the last two. I know that Cleveland was pretty good. I know Sean Jimenez and Coach Salata. I got some great names that's been already at Rio. Coach Salata, continue to support me, man. You've been great. Coach Garcia, I'm about to come see you. But to all my fans, I just really appreciate you. Like, once again, thank you for all the support throughout the years. And you'll see Coach Hale, what they call me now, or Mr. Hale in the classroom. I'll be at my alma mater, Rio Grande High School. So, like I said, continue to keep me in your prayers and continue to support me, and I'll do the same for you.
All right. Hey, when you played at North Carolina in the Dean Dome with that light blue all over the arena,
Yes, sir.
and you said Michael Jordan was there that night.
Yes, sir.
Did you get the pleasure of saying hello, Mike?
In the locker room, I seen him, but I didn't get to shake his hand, no, sir. But I seen him actually at one of his Jordan parties outside. I got to shake his hand outside of there.
Big hand.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're great.
Yes, sir.
Was he a favorite player of yours?
And
Favorite
so
player ever. Come on.
Kobe Bryant. That's why I said I got my Mamba juice. I was hurt about what happened to Kobe this year.
Oh, man. Dr. Ron Maestas, you got to meet him someday. Hall of Famer. Norman Lobley. Here's another one to give 2 or 3 more names. Trent Hefner, former Lobo great. Stands
Never heard of
7
him.
feet tall. Great Lobo.
Okay.
And he's going to be on my show soon. Trent is going to call Henry T today
Okay.
because I'm talking at him right now, and he's going to sit where you're sitting.
Okay, yes, sir.
Is that cool?
That's fine. That's
All
fine.
right,
If
man.
he- and Mr. Hefner, I've never heard of him, but
Left hand, right hand, slam dunk, slamma jamma, whatever kind of slam you want.
yes, sir.
You want the grand slam? Trent can give it to you. Harvey, you've been fun, man.
Thank you, sir.
God bless you, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. And now you can put your cap back on, and we're going to say hello, and we're going to look for Julie. Go out there and find Julie for me, Harvey. She'll be here. But let's look at the sponsors like right now. And we appreciate our sponsors. And, okay, take care. Send Julie in, Harvey. Okay. Thank you for being there today. Look at that. Amistoy Drywall. Man, I love talking about Pierre and all this family. They've been so good to me over the years. And his sons, Pierre Jr., Adam, great players. I did their little games when they were in Little League, all the way up to their high school days and college too. Great family. Pierre, a wonderful baseball star at Valley High School back in the day. Now they run that great business, and Julie's going to sit down right here in the hot seat. And we thank Canteen with Kevin, and we have Everguard Roofing and Action Jackson Compaction. And we got to get Julie back that way a little bit behind the microphone, so we can take a look at Mrs. Tim Baca. She's a great lady. Works. Oh my goodness, you talk about loving kids. She loved little bitty kids in her.
Because of COVID-19, the air we breathe and the things we touch are no longer safe. Shared air and surfaces harbor risks due to COVID and other pathogens. But with Active Pure technology, air and surfaces can be purified and disinfected quickly and safely while you share and occupy spaces with others. Active Pure is a patented, advanced, active form of PCO technology. It works by creating and propelling safe and powerful disinfecting molecules into the air in a room, which quickly seek and destroy pathogens everywhere. Active Pure molecules work by piercing the shell of a virus or bacteria to destroy its living environment, thereby preventing it from replicating or doing harm. Active Pure technology is designed to use the law of gases to carry its safe disinfecting molecules into every nook and cranny in every shared space. The law of gases is the reason that the smell of microwaved popcorn immediately spreads through your entire home. These odorless and invisible Active Pure molecules fly through the air from our portable or installed Active Pure products, quickly and safely destroying pathogens in the air and on surfaces. Active Pure is very different from other technologies that take a passive approach and require that the pathogen be pulled into an inefficient filter, UV light, or plain PCO mechanism. Active Pure does not wait to see if by luck the pathogen is captured. It seeks and destroys them quickly, wherever they may be, in the air you breathe or on the surfaces you touch. Active Pure can deliver measurable and guaranteed results, giving you the peace of mind to know that you are providing the best protection for the people you care for. Available in over 70 products, both portable and installed, Active Pure technology is used in hospitals, state houses, and other shared facilities across the world. It is proven by science and validated by multiple third parties. Active Pure is the key technology in our FDA Class II medical device, the Aeris Medical Guardian.